ये कोई ऑर्डिनरी बोट नहीं है, ये है केरला की पहली प्राइवेट इलेक्ट्रिक बोट, जिससे केरला के इन छिपे हुए आइलैंड्स में मैंने किया एक सीनिक और ट्रैंक्विल आइलैंड टूर। जितने सीरीन ये बैकवाटर्स हैं, उतना ही शांत और कार्बन फ्री ये क्रूज एक्सपीरियंस। तो अगर आज आप मेरे साथ ना सिर्फ केरला बैकवाटर्स का एक हिडन जेम देखने, बल्कि उसका एक सुकून भरा क्रूज टूर भी एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए तैयार हैं, तो चलते हैं फिर। केरला को उसके ब्रेथ टेकिंग बैकवाटर्स के थ्रू एक्सप्लोर करना इज वन ऑफ द फाइनेस्ट वेज टू एक्सपीरियंस द चार्म ऑफ दिस लश ग्रीन स्टेट। लेकिन केरला के बाहर अगर कोई बैकवाटर्स की बात करता है तो सिर्फ ध्यान में आते हैं आलपी और कुमारकोम। बट कहते हैं कि इस पूरे स्टेट में इतने सारे बैकवाटर्स और कैनाल हैं जिनको नापो तो शायद 1,500 से 2,000 किलोमीटर लंबे होंगे। और इन बस्लिंग टूरिस्ट हब से दूर दीज लेसर नोन वाटरवेज ऑफर अ ग्लिम्स इनटू द लोकल वे ऑफ लाइफ। So today I welcome you to Kadamakudy, a gem among the backwaters of Kerala, where nature's beauty and the simplicity of life merge harmoniously. तो आज मैं आया हूँ कोची से 20 किलोमीटर दूर कदमाकुडी में, जहाँ ट्रॉपिक गेटअवेज के साथ हम जाएंगे द लिविंग आइलैंड्स टूर पे। और इस टूर की खास बात यह है कि ये होगा केरला की पहली प्राइवेट इलेक्ट्रिक बोट से। बट इन सबसे पहले आई वॉज अमेज्ड बाय द फैंटास्टिक स्पॉट वेयर वील हैव लंच बिफोर हेडिंग फॉर द टूर। Located on the banks of the Periyar River, Riverside Grill offers an unparalleled view of the iconic Chinese fishing nets, adding to the serene and picturesque ambience. The restaurant itself is beautifully designed to resemble a boat, enhancing the overall aesthetic appeal. And this ambience was perfectly complemented by the delicious food and impeccable service. All I would say is that I totally loved the fish thali. The flavors were authentic, the food was fresh, and the spices were perfectly balanced. तो कदमाकुडी एक्चुअली 14 आइलैंड्स का एक क्लस्टर है, which is relatively unexplored by tourists, making it a perfect destination for those seeking tranquility and natural beauty. Here, Tropic Getaways has collaborated with Kadamakkudy villagers under the Living Islands initiative to showcase the beauty of the islands through responsible tourism activities like private cruises, food tours, island visits, and storytelling experiences, drawing experiential travelers from around the world.
So the idea of living islands is a clear example of sustainability, like how, like naturally, like people live, in following a traditional way of living and survive, and the island has its own life.
Right.
So basically, exploring these islands, we really want it to be as it is, so that we don't also create a footprint over here, but we actually be part of the island. That's the whole idea of the living island, right? So now route-wise, so we start from here. This is where we started, and this is Periyar River. So what happened is 13th century. This actually was part of the mainland. And the place you see here forward was actually the coast. So this area was actually called Kadamakkudy. That means the sea fishermen settlement.
Kadamakkudy.
Sea
fishermen
settlement. Yeah. Right. So then in 13th century there was this big flood where you heard of Musiris. That it went under the water, right. And all. So then Periyar changed its direction.
Its course.
Yeah, and it came in this way and made Kadamakudy Islands. So the entire water body you see here are formed after the floods. So Kadamakudy became an island only in the 13th century. Right? So then Periyar, so this is Periyar now flowing across all these islands. So we started on Periyar River and we're going like that. And so this is one island called Mulampalli on the left side, and this is Pidala on the right side. Okay. And we are going through that, and then we go through a very narrow canal. So we cover about like a lot of these islands around, and come back. That's the cruise line.
So primarily this would be the route somewhere here, then come back from mangroves.
That's right. So even though you're going around one island, you're seeing different islands, and all of these islands has its own story, its own uniqueness. So most of these houses will have a Chinese fishing net in front.
Right.
They'll have a small floating cage farming there, a small patch of land, and they'll have some vegetables and basic things they want. And behind, most of them will have a paddy field. So you get the rice, fish, vegetables, everything around your area.
Yeah.
So they kind of need to have everything they want to survive. So that is one thing about these islands.
इस इलेक्ट्रिक बोट की स्पेशलिटी ये थी कि डिसेंट स्पीड होने के बाद भी ना कोई आवाज, ना कोई पॉल्यूशन और ना ही कोई डिस्टर्बेंस. As we embarked on this one-of-a-kind journey, we were surrounded by these enchanting backwaters, lush landscapes, and fascinating stories offering insights into their rich heritage.
See, the younger generation are going into the city for jobs, but the elderly people are very happy and content living in their island. So that's the thing about the people here actually. So this area, in 2018, there was this flood in Kerala, right? Okay. So at that time, all these lands got totally disconnected from the mainland. Okay. So Navy has built this bridge to kind of connect this island. So that's a very, very short kind of a bridge. So only smaller boats can go. So we can, this port was designed in such a way that we can go through that area. So we'll go through this, and then there is a nice coconut grove there. Okay. We'll cross that area. And then this is Veerambura, that's the Vembanad Backwaters. Yeah. We hit the Vembanad Backwaters, and then we stop at this John's place, a very interesting person. He used to export, mud crabs, and to different countries, and so he's still a collection center. So all the fishermen over here, they collect the mud crab and he purchases it from them, and he segregates it based on, the grading, and then exports it.
Gliding through these serene backwaters on a carbon-free electric boat, relaxing on comfortable seats, taking in the stunning landscapes, abundant wildlife, and the charms of island life. All of this together made it a memorable experience that blends nature, luxury, and sustainability. वैसे इस इलेक्ट्रिक बोट का एक नाम भी है जो पड़ा है एक 99 साल के बोटमैन के ऊपर. For 52 years, Ausu Chetan and his small canoe were the vital link connecting the islands to the mainland. No matter the hour, he was always ready to ferry even in rough weather. And to honor this symbol of commitment and reliability, Tropic Getaways named their first eco-friendly boat the Legend of Ausu.
So this is a private farm.
Yes. So basically he used to do this always. Now what's happening is, he's opened it up for people to come experience this.
Yeah.
And so his wife is an excellent chef, so she prepares the Kerala delicacy.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes she prepares in front of the guests, so that you can learn how the preparation is happening. Right. Yeah, so it's basically adding on more value to the traditional farming. Agreed. That's what's happening here. So this is how he collects the mud crab. Mm-hmm. So this is so basically fishermen come, they have this small net actually, it's like a ring.
Okay.
And they have a feed in that, and they tie it with a plastic bottle. Oh. So basically when there is a crab which gets stuck, the bottle goes inside. So then they know that they've already collected a crab. Okay. And then they collect it, tie it like that and bring it here. So depending on their size actually they grade it. Okay. So this is a small one actually, it can go up to 1 kilo actually.
1 kilo?
Yeah. Oh. And this is a mud crab, a greenish kind of color. So basically, and the male and female, so this is male. Female's got a wider space here below. Okay. Yeah. And mostly it gets exported, and it has to reach live to Singapore or Malaysia anywhere, and that's where he gets his full price actually. Even if a leg or anything is cut, he doesn't get the full price. So basically, he adjusts the water flow with these wooden planks.
Okay.
So now it's totally opened up so that water can completely go.
All right.
If he wants the water flow to stop, he just put it over here.
And stop from coming inside or going out, or both ways?
Both ways.
Both ways.
Sometimes they let the water be here itself. So then they close.
The basic idea is that high tide, during high tide, the water comes in along with it, and then they wouldn't have this with net.
They open it
and with that, fish also come.
Yes.
And with low tide, they when the low tide is there, they'll put the net, and then the water goes out.
Correct. And also they will put a light outside. You can see it here, it's inside. They put a light so that that can attract the fish to come in.
Oh, okay.
Have you noticed these bikes on top of this Chinese fishing net?
Oh, no. Just now,
you will see that actually.
Almost on all.
Almost. Guess why? How they came in?
No idea.
Basically, like you saw how they pull the nets, right? They attach it to the bike engine and pull the nets actually.
Oh.
They raise the engine, and then just with one person they can manage. Smart idea, right? They have a small solar panel, a small hut. So usually most of this fishing
that's what I've
happens at night actually. So they stay overnight, and then so they have these lights on top that also attracts the fish. Yeah, they put it down for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and then pull it up actually. So keeps going. Like at night also, this area, all this Chinese fishing net will be lit up, and it's very nice actually.
कदमाकुडी के लिविंग आइलैंड्स एक खूबसूरत मिक्स है ट्रेडिशन, सस्टेनेबिलिटी और नेचुरल ब्यूटी का। जब हम इस हिडन पैराडाइज को एक्सप्लोर करते हैं तो हमें यहाँ के लोकल्स की जिंदगी, उनकी नेचर के साथ गहरी दोस्ती और ये कम्युनिटीज कैसे अपने एनवायरनमेंट के साथ हार्मनी में रहती हैं, ये सब देखने का एक मौका मिलता है। As these living islands face the challenges of a rapidly changing world, let us cherish and celebrate the timeless allure of Kadamakudy while ensuring its preservation for generations to come.